A look at two music giants who've absolutely crushed it in their own ways, Justin Bieber and P. Diddy. One's a pop sensation turned mature artist, and the other is a hip-hop legend who built an empire. These two have more in common than you'd think, so let's get into it. Let's start with P. Diddy. The man is a force. Born Sean Combs, this guy grew up in Harlem with big dreams. Early on, Diddy knew he wanted to make waves, and he did just that, starting with his time at Howard University. He was throwing epic parties that people still talk about. This was his gateway into the music biz, and after a short gig as an intern, he went on to create Bad Boy Records. Imagine this, a young Diddy, fresh on the scene, building a record label from scratch. And get this, he found the notorious B.I.G., who went on to become one of the greatest rappers of all time. Diddy wasn't just about music, though. His empire expanded into fashion, with his line Sean John. Remember those signature tracksuits? They were everywhere. He didn't stop there. Diddy went into the world of high-end spirits with Ciroc vodka, and then, of course, there's Revolt TV. The man knew how to hustle and stay relevant. And here's a wild fact, he's worth around $1 billion. Now, switching gears to the one and only Justin Bieber, the kid who changed the game for how stars were discovered. Picture this, a 13-year-old Bieber, singing his heart out on YouTube from a tiny town in Ontario, Canada. A simple kid with a crazy voice, and just like that, Scooter Braun, a talent manager, finds him. Boom, Justin's life changes overnight. He goes from a YouTube star to a pop sensation. His breakout single Baby had everyone singing, whether they liked it or not, and the My World album shot him into the spotlight. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Fame hit fast and hard. The world watched as he dealt with controversies and struggled with the pressures of being a young superstar. Paparazzi, broken relationships, bad decisions, it was all out there. But what's amazing? Bieber came out of it stronger. His Purpose album in 2015 was a whole new Justin, more mature, more grounded. Sorry, Love Yourself. These hits marked a comeback that even his biggest critics couldn't deny. Here's where it gets interesting, Bieber and Diddy in the same world. Even though they came up in different eras, these two legends have crossed paths. Diddy has been a mentor to a lot of young artists, and Bieber is no exception. There are stories about Justin hanging out with Diddy at his famous parties and even looking up to him as a role model in the industry. It's kind of wild to think about a young Bieber looking at Diddy like, well, this guy's done it all. Diddy's known for his legendary parties, invite only, with the biggest names in entertainment. And you know Justin's been there, soaking it all up. They're also both fashion icons in their own ways. Diddy. He practically invented hip-hop luxury with his Sean John line. And Bieber, well, we watched him go from baggy hoodies and sideways caps to a more refined look, rocking brands like Saint Laurent and Balenciaga. They each influenced a whole generation's style, proving they're more than just musicians. Here's something both stars share, resilience. Diddy's journey hasn't been without heartbreak, especially after losing Biggie. But he pushed forward, becoming one of the most influential figures in music. Justin, on the other hand, faced an intense spotlight from a young age, and after years of ups and downs, he's emerged as a more mature artist with a focus on mental health and family. He's married now, to Hailey Baldwin, and that stability has been huge for him. Oh, and here's a fun fact about Diddy. Did you know he ran the New York City Marathon just to prove he could? Yep, Diddy finished the whole thing, and of course, he did it in style. And as for Bieber, turns out he's full of surprises too. He's actually pretty good at hockey, not to mention he can skateboard like a pro. Just some talents you wouldn't expect. So, what's next for these two? Diddy's out here still shaping the game, supporting new artists, and expanding his empire. He's got so much influence that he's practically a godfather to the new wave of hip-hop artists. And Bieber? He's hinted at new music, and his sound keeps evolving. He's going to keep surprising us, no doubt. These two guys have stayed relevant, each in their own way, and they're still pushing the boundaries of what it means to be an artist. They've shown us what it looks like to overcome, to evolve, and to stay at the top. Fans of both Bieber and Diddy know one thing for sure: these legends aren't going anywhere. And that's the gist, folks. Two icons, different backgrounds, same drive. Diddy and Bieber may not be making music together anytime soon, but the ways their stories overlap remind us of the power of resilience, creativity, and reinvention.